Hi, I'm Rob Barrett, owner of Barrett Made. We are an architecture and construction firm based out of Portland, Maine. We design and we build everything from a residential project to a commercial project.
If clients are really interested in being a part of the design team and the construction team, we like to encourage them to be really collaborative and work with our design team to create something that works for what they have in their mind. They came to us with that initial idea, so the more we can get them involved, I think the better end result we'll have.
Hi everyone, I'm Connor Clement, your host of Places and Spaces. We have a great season planned. We're going to take you all across the state. Here are some of the faces and friends that will be joining us along the way.
Hi, I'm Rob Barrett of Barrett Made, and I love Maine because I have a young family and we get to go out and explore the wilderness of Maine and go hiking. Like yesterday, we were in Rangeley and we hiked some mountains and saw the sights, and in the afternoon, we made it back to our camp in Newcastle and went swimming in the ocean. So you can't beat that.
I love living in Maine because I get to experience the 4 seasons with my 2.5-year-old daughter. We get to explore and love the adventures that Maine brings. I love my job, and that's part of the reason why I bring people to Maine.
I'm Dot Ollier. I'm a real estate agent with Remax Riverside. I'm also a part-time farmer. We paint, we hay, it's a busy life.
Hi, I'm Britt Vitice. I grew up in Yarmouth and am now back there raising my family. I just love living in the Portland area and everything Maine has to offer, from mountain biking, tennis, skiing, the mountains and the ocean. It's just the best place to live.
Being in Wiscasset itself, which is a town full of history, it's fun to be a part of a small community and you run into your neighbors all the time at the post office or just walking around town.
So Hodgdon Yachts is, as far as we know, the oldest boat building company in this country, and I'm the 6th generation to be involved.
Well, it's a wonderful area. There's a lot to do, good community, lots of recreational opportunities and so on. Great place to live.
Hey everyone, Connor here, starting our day in beautiful Wiscasset, Maine. On this episode of Places and Spaces, we'll visit a few of Mid-Coast Maine's treasured towns. A stop in Wiscasset will showcase that this quaint town off of Route 1 is more than just a stop for tourists. One business owner will explain what it means to live like a local. From Wiscasset, we'll go east over the bridge to Edgecomb to check out one special space that highlights the Mid-Coast's finest artists. As we move further down the coast to Southport, we'll get a pulse on the real estate market in the area and visit the oldest known boat builder in the country. One of the great parts about being here in our first stop, Wiscasset, is driving up and down Main Street here in town and seeing some of the storefront businesses that the town has to offer, one of which is the Wiscasset Bay Gallery. We're actually going to head up there and meet our friend Jane from Remax Riverside, who's going to introduce us to the gallery owner Keith, and he's going to show us around. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Connor.
Good to
How
see
are
you. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm glad to see you here in Wiscasset, the prettiest village in Maine.
It really is.
That's
isn't it?
its reputation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, all the flowers are still in bloom. It's a beautiful fall day, and we're just excited to have you here at Wiscasset Bay Gallery.
Yes, I can't wait to check it out. You're going to introduce us to Keith?
I am.
All right, let's go inside and meet him.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Hi everyone, I'm Keith Emig, owner of the Wiscasset Bay Gallery. The Wiscasset Bay Gallery has been open for 37 years. And 36 years here in Wiscasset Village. We started our first year on Front Street in Bath, and then we moved to Water Street here in Wiscasset. And then this spring, unfortunately, it was the Easter weekend, and the whole facade of the building collapsed. Fortunately, this space next door was available, so we were able to sort of renovate it within 2 months and get everything opened up in time for the season, basically. So the Wiscasset Bay Gallery specializes in American and European art from basically the 15th century all the way up to contemporary art. One of our focuses has been on Monhegan Island artists and living Maine artists, but we also like to bring in French Impressionists and early European artists. So we sort of enjoy having an eclectic mix of a lot of different periods and styles.
Well, Keith, I know you mentioned that you're a painter. Is this one of your pieces here?
Yes, I was just out painting on Monhegan for a couple of weeks, and I was painting at Christmas Cove. Good day for working. I think being in Wiscasset itself, which is a town full of history. At one point, I think Wiscasset was even going to be the capital of Maine. And it was a shipbuilding town, a lot of beautiful old historic houses. It's fun to be a part of a small community, and you run into your neighbors all the time at the post office or just walking around town. Even though we maybe didn't have as large a turnout this year with the new space and the construction going on with the building next door, we had a very good season just because people that came in were very excited about the art and wanted to acquire something beautiful for their homes. For more information about the gallery, be sure and check out our website, and we hope to see you in Wiscasset soon.
Well, Jane, thanks so much for showing us the Wiscasset Bay Gallery and introducing us to Keith. We had an awesome time in there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful gallery, and I've known Keith for many, many years, so I'm glad you could come.
Yeah, and we're actually going to another art gallery across the bridge in Edgecomb after the break, and then we're going to meet up with your friend in Southport.
Mike, tell Mike I said hello.
Will do. Great to see you, Jane. Take care.
Take care.
Welcome back, everybody, from Wiscasset to Edgecomb and from one art gallery to the next. We're now here at the Downeast Gallery where the owner, Brad Betts, is going to walk us through the showroom and talk to us about some of the art he has here on site.
Hi, I'm Brad Betts and I'm owner of the Downeast Gallery. We started Downeast Gallery around 2008 in East Boothbay, and we eventually moved to this space in 2017, and our first summer was in 2018, and we've had it for 5 years. Basically, my wife and I were looking for a place to hang my artwork, my paintings, because I had a lot of paintings, and we started in East Boothbay, and we had a 16 by 20 gallery there for about 10 years, but we decided we needed more wall space, so we ended up buying this farm, which had this great south-facing slope. We were also looking for a place to grow our vineyard, which we eventually transplanted over to here. So the farmhouse and barn sits on 35 acres, and it has been a dairy farm for most of its life. It was the Hutchins Dairy Farm up until the 80s. When we first moved into this space, we knew the barn was ready. The previous owners had renovated extensively, so it was in perfect shape. We took down this back barn that we're standing in here, and we turned it into a stage so we could have the music side of the art. It was a great project because it was kind of cool to see this old farmhouse come back to life. This is a piece by Andre Benoit, and what he does is he finds old objects and kind of recycles them. Like you'll see in this piece, you have looks like a leg to a table and various other items that make up this lobster. So he's really got a creative mind, and it's really cool how he comes up with these ideas.
And he even has the nice detail of the disproportionate lobster claws that you see
exactly.
in real life, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes. We like to kind of have a relaxed feel here. You'll notice around the gallery we'll have signs that say, yes, you can sit in the furniture, yes, you can play the instruments. We like the idea of this barn being a community barn where people can come. It's kind of like a Grange Hall type thing, and we hope to have open mics, comedy shows, maybe poetry. Any type of visual performance would be a great use for this barn. We're standing in the kitchen of the farmhouse, and what we want to do with the farmhouse is kind of set it up so you could see the art as if it was in your home. So this is where I paint my studio paintings. Generally, I do a lot of outdoor painting, plein air, and I'll bring those in and then I'll use them as the backdrop for larger paintings. Our plans for the next year is mostly with the vineyard. We're going to be expanding our 110 grapevine vineyard into approximately 300. So we're trying to double the size of it. And we're looking into, not only making traditional wines, but also some sparkling wines, some more hip type wines that might be interesting to play with. It takes 3 to 5 years to get grapes, and we're still growing. So in the next few years, we're hoping to have wine by then. If you love Maine art made by great Maine artists, please come see us at the Downeast Gallery. We can't wait to see you.
Well, everyone, we hope you enjoyed the Downeast Gallery as much as we did. We're going to head to lunch soon, and when we come back from break, we're going to meet up with our friend Mike Hamilton from Remax Riverside, who will give us a pulse on the housing market in Southport and some of the surrounding towns, so stick around.
The mortgage experience here is significantly different, we believe, from other institutions. You're going to find a community banker or a mortgage officer that wants to talk to you and will return your calls. We offer a bi-weekly product, which very few institutions do, that save you a significant amount of money over the life of your loan. You pay it off almost 7 years early. And then land loans. We have done a ton of land loans this year with the demand in the home market. People are looking to build, and they start that process by purchasing their land. Customers can expect an amazing experience. They will always find somebody to talk to. Additionally, we have an online chat feature on our website, so there are multiple ways that you can connect with us.
Maine is such a special place to me, and I really enjoy exploring from the coast to the country. Selling real estate for me goes beyond the transaction, and if you've considered selling, I'd love to just sit down with you, put a plan in place that really makes sense to meet your real estate and financial goals in the future. So check out our website or give us a call. We would love to hear from you.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with our friend and partner Mike from Remax Riverside. We just had a bite to eat here in Southport. Now we're enjoying a little coffee. And we're going to talk real estate, Mike, in Southport here. This seems to be a great little town just past Booth Bay. Seems to be a lot going on.
Well, it's a wonderful area. There's a lot to do, and one of the things that I like most about it is that the peninsula is kind of a cul-de-sac. The great bike riding. There's really no reason to be down here unless you're the postman or the delivery man, or you live here. Great place to live.
Well, Mike, I did mention you come through Booth Bay to get here to Southport, and we know that Booth Bay has kind of been taken up with the residential side of things with all the growth and development that's gone over there over the past few years. But here in Southport, there's a lot of opportunity for folks to come move here and enjoy this great Maine town.
It's a great place to live. A lot of very nice houses, good community, lots of recreational opportunities and so on. And we're not seeing any indications that the seller market is nearing any kind of end soon. We're expecting price appreciation to continue. Days on market continues to go down. And so be a great investment. It's a great place to live, great area, the whole Booth Bay region.
Absolutely, Mike, and you really just get this strong sense of community when you come into Southport. I mean, you have the post office, you have the school, you have the general store. It seems like a no-brainer for folks to want to move here.
Absolutely, and then you've got the options for recreation, like I mentioned, bicycle, cycling around, and the marinas, which are world-class, and some beautiful sightseeing in there if you're into sailing and yachts and so on. It's the coast of Maine. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, I know, Mike, that you're into sailing and boating, and one of the oldest, I believe it may be the oldest boatyard in all of New England is situated right here in Southport, Hodgdon Yachts, and the work that they do is incredible.
It absolutely is. I actually came to Maine back in the early 80s to study yacht design, and Hodgdon's was one of the first stops on the list of places that we used for a resource and for education.
Mike, I'm not sure if you've been down to the boatyard, but I've actually scheduled us to go talk with Audrey from Hodgdon Yachts, and
she's
going to show us around and talk to us about what they do. So if you'll join me, I'd love to have you come and be a part of it.
I'd be delighted. Love to see those folks again.
All right, let's go.
It's time to get moving. Shake it up. This month, upgrade to a new 2021 Honda CR-V. New vibe, new attitude. Discover new possibilities with a Honda and upgrade to a new CR-V. Stop by your local Honda dealer or visit MaineHondaDealers.com.
Hi, I'm Jacob Sladen, and I'm a carpenter apprentice with Barrett Made. One great thing about the program is you get to see a career ahead of you. Even if you've never tried carpentry before, you are able to learn and grow with the people around you that have experience and learn more about carpentry. If you're interested in learning more about the program, go to barrettmade.com or email office@barrettmade.com.
My mother has been here for almost 2 years, and before she got here, it was very tough going for a while, but she's been flourishing since she's been here. They take such amazing care of her here, and I never have to worry about her at all when I'm not here. It is absolutely the best place for anybody to be. They keep the residents busy, and they keep in contact with me constantly. I work full time, so I'm able to relax at work while she's here. I mean, I can't say enough about the staff here. They've come like family to us.
Welcome back, everybody. Connor and Mike here at Hodgdon Yacht Services in Southport. We're excited to hear all about what they do here.
Connor, I'm really happy to be here today. As I told you, I came to Maine to study yacht design years ago, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what these folks are up to these days.
Sounds good. Let's go talk to Audrey.
All right then.
Hi, I'm Audrey Hodgdon. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing at Hodgdon Yachts, and welcome to Hodgdon Yacht Services in beautiful Southport, Maine. Hodgdon Yachts was founded in 1816. My dad, Tim Hodgdon, is the 5th generation of our family to be involved in the business, and I'm the 6th generation to be involved. So today we're at one of our facilities. We have a few across the Boothbay region and Damariscotta. This is Hodgdon Yacht Services, and we are a full-service boat yard. Over the past several years, we've expanded our offerings. So in addition to being a full-service boatyard, we also have Yamaha and Suzuki engine dealerships. We recently became a high-field boats dealer. We have a fuel dock. We offer boat storage in the winter and boat service. So Hodgdon Yachts is, as far as we know, the oldest boat building company in this country. We are building super yacht tenders in Damariscotta. We have a facility that is building boats that range sort of from 30 to 40 feet that serve the super yacht market. And most of the boats that we deliver end up getting shipped over to Europe and go on board some of the largest privately owned vessels in the world. From a global perspective, really, the tenders division of our company, you know, we're the only super yacht tender specialty builder in this country. All of our competition is over in Europe. So really keeping American boat building on the radar and on the map is pretty important, we think, not only for our company, but for the country as a whole.
What a great setting, Audrey. I used to work in a boatyard, and I'm so happy to be down here again. What an opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome. Then you probably realize that this fall is one of our busiest times of year.
Absolutely.
We're hauling a bunch of boats out of the water. As you can see, some of our slips are empty. We're getting ready to pull a boat right now, and let's go head up to the boatyard and check in with Don O'Grady, who's our general manager, and he'll tell us more about some of the other projects we're working on. Connor and Mike, I'd like to introduce you guys to Don O'Grady.
Hey Connor.
Hi Don.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Yeah.
Don,
Mike,
pleasure.
welcome to the boatyard.
Thank you.
This is our busy time of year. Right now we'll be hauling about 300 boats, and we'll store about 250 boats over the winter. A lot of these boats require work during the winter time, and so there's all that scheduling and the work to be done, and then getting them all cleaned up and presented to the customers in the spring. All of this space here is used for storage and maintenance work. Yeah. Wow. We also have a state-of-the-art paint booth here, and so we paint boats pretty much year-round as well. Yeah.
And we store boats not only inside, but also outside. This time of year, pretty much all of our parking lot gets filled up with boats that are covered in shrink wrap.
That's right.
Yeah, everywhere that we can find spaces for boats, there are boats. We've remained busy over the past year and a half, and even prior to that, and looking for, you know, the next year going forward, everything looks like it's going to keep the same pace. And if you want to learn more about what we do here at Hodgdon Yachts, you can visit us online.
Well, Mike, thanks for taking us along today here in Southport and sharing your perspective on the real estate market and joining me here at Hodgdon Yacht Services. I learned a lot about the boating industry that I had no idea about.
Connor, I was delighted to show you guys around and delighted to be a part of this segment down at Hodgdon Yachts.
Well, we hope to catch up again with you soon. For now, we're going to toss it up to Unity, to our friend Sarah from Maine Studios, who's going to introduce us to two makers and their four-legged friends responsible for some pretty special creations.
Hi, I'm Dot with the Dot Olier team at Remax Riverside. I created the team out of a need, a sense that consumers of real estate services benefit from a collaborative approach. The members of my team are handpicked. We work superbly together. Every buyer, every seller gets not one agent, but two. We work in pairs so that someone is always available to meet that client's needs. We love all the people we meet in this business, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.
Our mission here at Aristal is exactly as our tagline says. It is to help women love what's underneath. Not only the garments and the pieces that they're putting on their body, but the body that they're putting it on. There is nothing more satisfying than when we are working with a woman and she is trying on lingerie for perhaps the first time, whether she's looking for something that's comfortable, something that's beautiful, or maybe something that's a little fun. To see her face light up in the fitting room, that is so worth it.
We are in for a treat because we're here at the Northern Solstice Alpaca Farm, and this is the herd. Now, alpacas are native to South America, where they've provided food, transportation, labor, companionship, and clothing dating back to the 14th century Inca civilization. And they were only brought to the US for breeding in the 1980s. And this farm, one of 30 here in Maine, just opened its gates in 2004. But one thing I've learned already is that these cute little guys just love a good cold winter, and they're built for it too. So they're adorable, they're rugged, but their hair also makes them something super special. To find out how and pick up ourselves the perfect pair of hiking socks in the process, we're gonna go meet co-owners Robin and Corey and get ourselves a tour.
Robin and I are both actually from Bangor, and she bought this house in Unity in 1998 that was not an alpaca farm, and I came along a little bit later, and it's just been great. When the alpacas started, I was definitely on board with that idea.
Well, she didn't look like an alpaca farmer then. So come right in. They love people, and they particularly love small people. They're very shy and sensitive, but when we touch them, they get anxious. So here you can see this wonderful small alpaca shed with the picture of none other than the illustrious space cowboy. And here he is looking quite slight without his coat. He was an alpaca that we paid over $20,000 for as an unproven stud. He was only a year old, in the hopes that we would be able to create extraordinary offspring as he is. And we've certainly seen that happen with 50 babies that he's brought to alpaca farms across the nation. This is extraordinary fleece, and this is accomplished through selective breeding. So we started with the highest quality alpacas. We give them minerals fortified for animals from Peru. We're having to give them special hay, special minerals, and certainly a very peaceful and pastoral life. That's what makes this extraordinary. So when we think of us as makers of this, we think of those decisions that we make every day to provide this animal having an outstanding life, which means outstanding fleece. I think as we look at alpaca versus other natural fibers, and I wouldn't even just say sheep's wool, the sustainability of the alpaca is looking at the cost of care, the labor, how much methane is released, these types of things. And alpacas clearly are one of the most sustainable animals on the planet.
We're really excited to be part of this journey with Maker's Way. Getting to see and hear the stories of innovation and small businesses across the state of Maine, as in the case of today, are just something different and teaching people across the country about how to raise alpacas. These socks, I'm buying a set, and I'm going to be wearing from now on.
Well, it goes without saying you will not regret a trip to Unity to meet Robin, Corey, Ludacris here, and the rest of the herd at Northern Solstice Alpaca Farm. A big thanks to them all, and to Bob and everyone at Bangor Savings Bank for being a part of it. This has truly been a memorable and quite magical stop on our journey. So we're gonna head out with our friends and test out the best pair of socks we'll all ever own. And I'll see you next time on Maker's Way.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Places and Spaces. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Places and Spaces Maine or on Facebook at Maine Life Media. And if there's a place or space that you'd like featured on the show, be sure to shoot us an email. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you guys next time.